Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Friday, May 5th, and improving weather conditions, but not so much over the next 24 to 36 hours across southeast lower Michigan into southwest Ontario, where more rain is expected to fall. In fact, some of it could be moderate to heavy, especially across the far southeast part of the state and over into southwest Ontario, where some areas could pick up over an inch more of rain on top of what they've already gotten. And for today, we see showers across the southeast part of the state. But as you get up towards Newaygo, Big Rapids, Roscommon, you're going to see more in the way of sunshine, and it's going to be darn right nice day out there with highs around 60 degrees, and again only in the upper 40s down in southeast lower Michigan with all the clouds and the rain. And again, we're looking at a real significant frost threat here over the next several days, beginning this weekend into early next week. Right now, it looks like the best bet Sunday and Tuesday mornings would probably see frost. Tuesday morning could be a pretty heavy frost as temperatures get down around or maybe even just below freezing. Maybe a freeze warning required for that morning. But right now, Monday morning looks like it could be very cold. We could see temperatures in many portions of the area drop into the mid to upper 20s for a pretty hard freeze, and it would probably be more than 6 hours below freezing. And you can see the extended outlooks, 6 to 10 and 8 to 14 day outlooks, colder than normal but drier than normal, so we should be able to get some equipment back out in the fields here during the next couple of weeks here. So it looks like we're going into a pretty dry pattern, and we'll begin to warm up, I think, as we get towards day 10. And if we look at the growing degree days here across the Breckenridge area, this is the graph of the last 21 years. And you can see over the last week or so here, we've been running sideways quite a bit like the Lions rushing game. And if we look at the conditions around the area this morning, temperatures mainly in the low 40s, but with clear skies over towards Newaygo, temperatures have dropped into the mid to upper 30s. And you can see the number of different flash flood and flood watches out for parts of southeast lower Michigan. Actually, the same conditions over in southwest Ontario as well. You can see some of the rainfall amounts, 1.25 inches at London, 1.33 inches at St. Thomas, and again some of the areas down across southern lower Michigan, almost 1.5 inches of rain at Jasper. So a very soggy last couple of days with more showers on the way. You can see on radar some of that beginning to redevelop across the southeast part of the state, and we're going to continue to see that precipitation thrown back into the eastern lakes and into southwest Ontario as that low pressure system slowly moves off to the east. But then we're going to have another system coming down from the northwest, and that's going to allow this to help dig out that trough and keep the precipitation pinwheeling back into the eastern lakes. And you can see by Saturday morning the low pressure systems now over portions of Lake Erie and also across central Indiana. And again, as long as we continue to see that, we're going to have that northeasterly and easterly fetch of winds bringing that precipitation again back into the eastern Great Lakes, while often towards the western portions of Michigan it's going to be really a nice weekend. And if we look at the weather map by Sunday, finally high pressure system moves in Sunday morning with clearing skies, calmer winds. We'll see some frost develop, and then as high pressure really gets established over the early part of the week, we're going to see ideal radiational conditions develop with a very dry air mass in place. We'll see our temperatures plummet below freezing for Monday morning. And then finally, as far as precipitation here over the next 72 hours, you can see very little to no precipitation once you get up towards Gratiot County, back towards Ionia County, and off to the north. Just some isolated or scattered light rain showers maybe, but boy, a lot of precipitation forecasted by the models still across southeast lower Michigan, and especially over into southwest Ontario up there near St. Thomas. You're going to get quite a bit more rain, at least probably another inch or so there. And I don't know if we're going to see 1.5 inch amounts across southeast lower Michigan, but a 1/2 inch to an inch is certainly possible. And if we look at Monday morning, how cold might it get? You can see some of the forecasted temperatures, and the European is also in agreement, maybe a degree or so warmer, but not much, with mid to upper 20s widespread across the entire lower peninsula with the exception of the immediate shorelines. So a very, very real chance we could see freeze warnings for Monday morning and possibly even Tuesday morning, with frost advisories a pretty good bet also for Sunday and Tuesday. Thanks for looking at Weather Watch. Excuse me here. We got, again, our flash flood and flood advisories and watches across southeast lower Michigan back in towards southern Illinois and Indiana and down into Missouri. And again, we have fire danger for very dry conditions across northern Minnesota. Thanks for stopping by, and have yourself a great day, a great weekend, and 73s to all.